Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear on this Memorial Day 2022. We're glad to have you. We're going to do a little segment on Memorial Day, but first, let's do this segment on our weather. We're looking pretty good out there. High today, 87, low 70. Water temperature right at 79 degrees. Our Monday moon forecast tonight will be a new moon. So we're a new moon, and then we're getting into the full moon of June in about 2 weeks. So we're going to have a waxing moon coming up as of tomorrow morning. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We're looking, and by the way, our Monday moon forecast is brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. We're looking at the tide chart. It's good, strong tides. We got a high tide at 9:28 this morning and a low tide at 9:06 tonight. Really good, strong tides. Our marine forecast should be coming east, southeast about 8. The wind's sort of laid down a little bit, so that's been good. So if you're getting out on Memorial Day, a lot of boats going to be out. This is the official beginning of summer, as we all know. So all kinds of things going on. The tag redfish is open if you get a chance to go out and try it, and all kinds of cool things going on. But let's go ahead and we'll continue with the show right after this break. Okay, welcome back. And with today being Memorial Day, I want to do something a little different. And I've thought about it in the past Memorial Days. I've mentioned different things and all, but I want to get in a little bit of detail about Memorial Day, of course, different from Veterans Day. Memorial Day is to honor those who have fallen in the line of duty to preserve our freedom here in America. And along the line, I know some of y'all, almost all of y'all have somebody you know, friend or family, who's made that ultimate sacrifice. And I'm going to go back to our hometown of Quincy. And actually, we're going to go back to World War I, and then World War II, and then the Vietnam War. I'm going to cover a couple of people that I know or know the family of, and there's some interesting stories. And I just want to, I'm going to start first, World War I, okay? Here's, got to take a look at this picture here. This guy, Lieutenant Commander William Corey, Jr. Now, let me tell you what he did. Gail topped all this up for me because these folks were real close to her family, and my family knew them and all. The Corey family, he received the Congressional Medal of Honor, and he was a pilot. He loved to fly. He taught flying lessons. The family did. This is World War I now, so you know the planes they were flying. So how he received the Congressional Medal of Honor. He and a commanding officer, they were in a plane, and it crashed during the war. And when it crashed, he was thrown out, and the planes caught on fire. And he ran back as fast as he could to that plane to drag out his commanding officer, just get him out of there, just like a hero would do. Well, the plane caught fire, and even more, and he succumbed to his burn. Later on, he was burned so bad, he succumbed to those injuries. Here's another picture of him right here. What a handsome man, and they actually named a football field in Quincy after him. The Pensacola Naval Air Station, there's a field over there called Corey Field. They named it after him. They named a destroyer. The USS Corey was named for him, and that destroyer was sunk during D-Day. And he was a Wings of Gold, one of the first Floridian to get the Wings of Gold. Okay, so let's go now to World War II. Let's take a look at this guy here. This is his nephew, William Waldron Corey. And this man was special to me. I knew a lot of his family and all. And I want to tell you his story because he was really good friends with Gail's dad. He went to school with Gail's dad from elementary school on up. He was an outstanding football player, and he went to University of Florida. And when he was down there, I've never heard of this before. His senior year, he was captain of the University of Florida football team, which is pretty strong. He was also president of the University of Florida student body. That speaks volumes of what kind of young man he was. So he was voted the most valuable player on the 1942 Gator football team. So you know what kind of athlete he was. He was a great boxer, lettered in golf. So he went in the Army. He was an Army ROTC, and it was a big thing. He was a colonel actually in ROTC, and went on to what he did. Okay, had a Battle of the Bulge just as soon as war ended. You know, all those Gail's dad became a Army Air Corps pilot. All those guys went different ways. All went into the service. You imagine leaving college, like when you leave college now, you think, how much money am I going to make? These guys going into World War II. And he worked his way up really quick, getting the Battle of the Bulge under General Patton. And his story was right here. He's actually, I'm gonna tell you what it did. And on February the 4th, 1945, now this is right before the war ended. The Battle of the Bulge was the turning point that ended the war in Europe. They were out at night, heavy artillery fire from the Germans. The Germans had those 88 millimeters, and they would explode above the forest. They were in the forest, and then the splinters and all from the trees became weapons. I read all the details. I was a fan of Battle of the Bulge because my dad was in it too. Not a fan of it, just historically, I read every day of what happened. And during the attack, he was injured, and the medics came running over to him. And he said, no, he said, take care of my men, and then come back to me. And the medics ran over and started treating his men. When it came back to him, he had passed away. But those words, that's like you see in a movie, those words right there were so prevalent. And he actually had, when he passed away, they named a field after him. I tell you what they named after him, University of Florida. They named the Merit Housing Village. It's called Corey Village. If you've been in an area there, Corey Village. You know, these guys here, but he served in Patton's Third Army. Now, all the things that later on, the president of the University of Florida, when I was down there, was Stephen O'Connell, who had gone to school with him, and he said that no doubt in his mind, this young man would have been president of the United States with his ability to do things and all. It was just really interesting. I'm going to show you one picture right here. It's sort of blurry. This is a Gaston High School football schedule. This is a high school football team they played on. Gail's dad and Corey. In fact, I know it's hard to read. Captain, right there, you see that? Captain Lewis Gregory, quarterback. That was Gail's dad. And the guy that actually, you see that bottom right-hand corner, that signature? William Waldron Corey actually did that for the family and all. So we have that keepsake in our family, pass it on. I don't know, future generations will imagine how important it is. So, okay, jump up to the Vietnam War. A couple of guys I played on my football team there. It seemed like I always had that football connection with athletes and all. This is David Dalton. David enlisted, and he was right out of high school. And he was in Vietnam, and he was a combat engineer, and he lost his life in May of '67. And this other fella, David played football. David was a linebacker. Old Jackie Peacock was our right tackle. He played tackle in front of me, and he's just a great guy. He's the kind of guy you just love being around, outgoing personality. And Jackie went into Vietnam in December of '67. And he lost his life in February of '60. 2 months later, his life was taken. There's Jackie right there. Last time I remember seeing him, he was waving at me and a big old grin on his face. So I want to just sort of personalize Memorial Day from people I know that paid the ultimate sacrifice. And all four of those young men just had one of the main traits they had was they loved America, and they were going to fight for America's freedom. So I wish everyone had a really good look at Memorial Day. There's stories like this across all towns in America, small town, all the way to the big towns where these men and women went into the service and did those kind of heroic stories. So I just wanted to sort of personalize that. Thank Gail for looking all that research up. I remember most of it, but those are some good men right there. Okay, let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, moving along now. Nature just provides so many interesting things, and I want to show you this little video, a little 40-second video, and we got this off my nephew's little website here. This is a mother. Okay. Here was those. There's a mother duck right there. Got all little ducklings behind her. Okay, and so So he went up there, and now he wants them to get in the water. So he's talking to them, obviously, telling them that they got to get in the water. And whoa, that one of them went tumbling down. Accidentally, always one in every family, right? he's looking for mama now. And now here comes the other one, ran back up there. All right, here they come. See, mama gets in the water, and the others are not quite sure about it. And she keeps telling them, y'all come in, y'all get in this water. Y'all listen to your mama. So here they go. Boom. This is just it's on a short little video, but is this not, looking at them. They just start, this is their first trip in the water. They're not sure about it. A lot of them they all land and turn upside down. You notice when they land, they all turn upside down and then get back right side up. Now, they're in the water. This is just come natural, and they're gonna pedal on along and doing that. So I just wanted to show that to you as to celebrate all the great things happening in nature. Now, talking about all the great things happening, also, I want I like to make lists, and all summer, school is out. The kids are out, and you always think about something, what to do with the kids or grandkids or the neighbor's kids down the street. So you know me, I just made a quick list of 10 things you can do right away this summer to help the kids sort of get connected with the outdoors. All research shows the quicker, the younger the kid gets started outdoors, the longer he's going to stay with it and have a better understanding and more of an enjoyment of it the younger they are. So here we go. Number one, just take a kid this summer, take them crabbing. This is a great time of year to go crabbing. You can wade out Beach Drive, all along the Florida Panhandle coast, the different bays and all that. You can actually do some wading and catch some crabs. They love catching crabs. Number two, canoe. Canoe in a creek. Actually get out. You can rent. Over in Econfina, over in Holmes Creek. They have these canoe rental places. All you got to do is just show up, and it's really cheap compared to the amount of entertainment you can get. Also, how about camping in the backyards? If you just get them to set up a tent, that's something we actually did. We would camp in our backyard. And it was hot. That was those canvas tents. If you're my age, you remember that. Number four, just get them to ride a bicycle if you're in a safe neighborhood. The kids don't seem like they ride a bicycle as much as they used to. I know it's a big safety issue, so make sure you're sort of with them, but get them to get out and pedal around the neighborhood if you're in a neighborhood. That's fun and healthy too. Number five, if you're around the coastline, you see these turtle nests. Walking on these turtle nests, don't go, they have a yellow tape around it, but look on the date, and y'all record the date of when the turtle laid those eggs. And then you can see, it's like a 63-day incubation period, and just sort of explain that to the kids. Those little turtles will be hatching in about 63 days, and maybe put on your calendar when they're going to hatch. And if you can get over there and watch it, that would be awesome. So anyway, check the dates on turtle. Now, number six, hike these little walking trails around these most towns. Bluntstown's got them. Just get out and walk early in the morning or late in the afternoon and just see nature. Of course, the state parks, I always think about St. Andrews State Park. They have that little kiddie pool area. A lot of families go to it. The state parks are just great to go to this time of year in June. Number eight, make a backyard fire and make some s'mores. Explain to the kids what the s'mores are. Historically, they're part of Americana, the s'mores and all the campfires. Number nine, scallop. If you get a chance to do some scalloping or even just mask and snorkel along those jetties and all, let the kids put on a mask and let them just get out and just play and look down and hopefully they can see some cool stuff. Out here on Beach Drive, get around that grass and let them look at the grass, and you'll be amazed what you can see. And number 10, remember we talked about that bird app that Gail had a bird app on. Get the bird app on and go ahead and let them listen to the sound and then look at a picture of it. That's something they don't necessarily have to have their own phone, but you show them how to do it as they get older. That's some positive things you can actually do with the with the actual positive things with the phone. I was talking about all the negative things happening and all. Now, one thing, June, another great time of the year to go fishing. And I pulled up this chart the other night. Here it is right here. This is, if you look at a month, look at this. This is in Northwest Florida, okay? Northwest Florida, Pensacola, Destin, Mexico Beach. But look right in the center is June. Then on the left column is, are the species, but dark blue is what's biting strong and gray is what's sort of semi-strong. But look at it, as I go down the month of June, just keep your eyes on it. June, there's more stuff biting in June than almost any month of the year. Look at all that. Look at all the stuff on the left. Everything biting strong, all the way through triggerfish and all. Okay, in the month of June. So I just wanted to show this chart to you. And actually, this is from the biologist and all about what goes on, what's biting and everything this time of year. So June is a really big month as we start wrapping up May and getting into June. June is a great month to go fishing, and you can see by there. Okay, let's take our final break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 12:17 to 2:17 this morning and this afternoon, right around lunch, 12:42 to 2:42. I do want to mention, last week we had all the storms coming through for a couple of days, and it still fascinates me how often the storm will come through and you think it's going to start clearing up, and all of a sudden, boom, a lightning strike. And this occurred several days last week, and I just wanted to remind you of that. Don't get out too early when the storm passes through. Be aware of what's going on. I do want to show you some pictures. I wanted to get some pictures if I could today. Now tomorrow we're going to have Derek Fussell coming on with Camo Dreams, but and he does invasive species. But here, one of the viewers sent this: invasive species. Florida's most invasive species is preventing beach fishing by sportsmen, and that's just something we got to go early, okay? And if you really want to wait out when the drywall guy goes fishing, that's not a bad idea if it's calm. If waves are out there, you don't want to do it. Jerry Forehand sent this: heritage cypress tree in Brushy Creek. It's probably 500 to 1,000 years old, and bass caught on the top water. Seeing the tree was better than catching the fish. So here's a picture, a great picture of Jerry. Now, isn't that a beautiful scenery? We're talking about, just going on these creeks and getting out in a boat, and you just don't see this driving down the road. You got to get out on the water and see something special like that. What a beautiful tree. And he did catch some fish on top water, just like that. And then if you want to camp on the water, don't have where to go, just put the old pop-up. I love those old pop-ups. I know everybody in those days had a pop-up camper and went through. Let me tell you the series of what you go through. You start off with a tent, and then you go to pop-up, and then you go to a little camping trailer. And that's the process you go through as the kids grow, and if you're a camping family. And we have so many fond memories of that. But those pop-up campers were some of my favorite ones, because actually the first time you're getting off the ground to sleep. And Gail and I had some wonderful times with the kids at St. Joe State Park in a pop-up camper along with my brother and his family. Okay, here we go again. You have to be of my generation maybe to appreciate this. The monkeys, I thought monkeypox was a hoax. Then I saw their face, and I'm a believer. Okay, that was their song. I saw her face, and I'm a believer. So hopefully you have some humor on this morning. One of my former students works with U.S. Fish and Wildlife, and Rachel Camille, she posted this picture. The nest is complete. So this is when the turtle lays eggs, and they sort of brush it over it, clear it up, and that's their path. And when you see that, I've seen it. Gail and I've been some of the first ones to see it. And after that, they'll come and mark it and put a date and everything on it. And now they have turtle patrols. Normal people don't find them anymore because the turtle patrol folks come by and get them. I want to give a good congratulations to the Holmes County baseball team that were honored at the state capitol, but I want to give a shout out to them because they won the state championship. Good job, you guys from Bonifay and Holmes County up there. Very, very proud of y'all. Now, I had planned on doing, see this, I have all kinds of stuff to give away. I ran out of time, I don't give into it. I'm gonna do it one day this week, probably the day after tomorrow, after Derek's show. We'll be doing a good viewer appreciation giveaway. I do want to show you one more picture as we close out Memorial Day. I found this picture last night, and this sort of speaks volumes. This is going, let's start in the far right-hand corner in World War I. At the bottom, we lost 116,000 men and women. Then World War II, look how many men we lost, soldiers, 400,000. Then Korea, and then Vietnam, 58,000, Iraq, and Afghanistan. So, and all the others fought for our country and different things. So that's the reason we have Memorial Day, to remember them, and we appreciate it so much. Like I said at the beginning of the show, a lot of us families, and we know people in some conflict that's given their life and all. But I go back to World War II, and that was 400,000. That's more than all the others put together. 405,000. And if you read the history of it, that last year or so, 44 and 45, is when we lost a huge amount. But that's when it brought the war to an end. And it's special to me, and I know it's special to a lot of y'all. So we'd like to pass it on down and let our younger people appreciate the meaning of Memorial Day here in America. We're gonna have to start wrapping up. We've got a big week planned. I'm gonna take a couple of days off. We're gonna do a couple of days here, and then I'm gonna have some guest hosts coming in, something for you to look forward to. Some guest hosts coming in, and it's gonna be interesting. And I'm gonna get a chance to watch them on YouTube while Gail and I are doing some things out of town. So looking forward to that. Y'all be sure and always do something good for your fellow man. If you're out today, now be careful in outdoors. A lot of folks be out in boats and don't know what they're doing, so watch out for them. You have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors, and we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.